거기서부터 숙성이 되고 좋은 창고에서.
And also he has a special remedy a lot. 모기, we bite mosquito, and his own kind of remedies, solution, ointment, and effective.
이게 7, 8년 됐을 거야.
이 차가요.
청태산에다가 누룩을 넣어가지고 이제
수색이 예쁜데.
우전 같은 경우 우전 같은 경우는 하고 있습니다. 새싹 같은 경우는 크게 세가서 먹을까요? 대용차 만들고 녹차로 쬐끔 만들어요.
That's why we are having the white cup, so we can see the color of the tea very well. And then usually you always smell the fragrance. Color, fragrance, and then very small.
I'm at the International Green Tea Festival here at the giant COEX Convention Center in Seoul, and as you can see, there are a lot of booths here, but there are not many customers, and that's how it's been this year. Obviously, it's the coronavirus effect. However, it's also because the demographic for consuming green tea is changing somewhat, because a lot of the people who are coming now are young people, and they're quite interested in tea culture, but they don't have much money to spend.
I would say like this is more the way that China is still producing tea in this kind of way, right?
Yeah,
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the pressed brick tea.
Yeah, that was the problem. China is looks
cha,
much big. Yeah, yeah. So very proud of it.
Yes, I think it's very important to, I mean, right, to research and benchmark, but to keep a very Korean identity for Korean tea. So I think keeping something that is authentically Korean is very important.
Yeah,
as a Korean producer, right?
That's right.
This is the tea garden that belongs to Sugi's family. Now, it was originally a series of rice paddies, and two of Sugi's brothers have taken it over and turned it into a green tea farm. One of her brothers was particularly keen on this idea, and the reason was simple. The market for green tea was booming at that time. Now, what has happened, unfortunately, in the interim is that coffee mania has taken over in South Korea, and the result is that it is quite hard these days for farmers of green tea in South Korea to get by, to make a living. And what is happening as well is that there are imports from China. Now, cheap imports from China is a phrase that gets a lot of sort of knee-jerk reaction. And in fact, the reality is a little bit different. One of Suki's brothers made a trip to China recently, and the tea culture there is simply much more prevalent and in some ways more advanced than what one finds in Korea. For example, tea is served in restaurants automatically when one orders one's meal. And so the tea market is very, very big over there. And as well, there are a huge variety of types of green tea. And some of them are very, very expensively priced. So it's not just a question of cheap imports flooding a particular market, in this case the Korean market. And as I said, this whole mania for coffee has really overtaken South Korea in a big way. Koreans just like coffee. They like the portability of it, they like the strong taste of it, and so forth. And green tea has had a lot of trouble sort of competing with that social shift. So there are a lot of things going on that have really sort of changed the market for green tea in South Korea. This is a yache bat. It's a vegetable garden, and behind me are rows and rows of beichu, cabbage, and this is the primary ingredient of kimchi. When I met Suki, I told her once jokingly that in French, saying my little deer is saying mon petit chou, my little cabbage, and she really liked that a lot. Koreans have a very strong attachment to cabbage because of the kimchi connection, and although it might be a little bit difficult for outsiders to understand at first, once you realize how central the food is to Korean culture, you start to realize why there is an emotional connection with what a lot of Canadians and Americans would consider a very prosaic, rather ordinary vegetable. This is a really important part of the daily eating routine of Koreans, and it's an extremely healthy food. Koreans are very proud of that. It's fermented, and so it's like sauerkraut. It's probably more healthy than yogurt. You literally can survive on this food, and because of the enzymes and so forth that are in it as a result of the fermentation process, when you eat it, when it's properly made, you actually feel a little bit of a buzz of energy through your body. It's really a remarkable food. 지금은 김치 박사 물 그리고 고추장 파우더 많이 믹싱.
Mixing.
오케이. 김치 박사 올해 김장 어때요?
Oh, it's the first time for me.
Oh my god.
Not baksa. Just the elementary school students is making kimchi.
배추 교수 무슨 일 하고 있어요?
I'm trimming ginger. I love ginger. I will put in a lot.
Special taste.
Special taste.
Will you put in 굴? Oyster?
Oyster just no. Tonight, it is complete preparation. Kimchi, and just we will enjoy bossam and ghouls. That's a kimchang day celebration. I hope it's delicious.
It will be delicious.
I hope so.
But you won't put in oyster with kimchi.
Sometimes we did, but you know we are not exactly perfect vegetarian. But if possible, I will keep vegetarian style kimchi.
Sunim style.
Same style.
La 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 la
한비행 나와도 그거 가지고 있으면 내가 손에 든 거라